What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just got back from Seattle, and I wanted to show you what I did on my trip, and also what games I picked up out of Seattle. As you can see, we got quite a list. First day, we landed at like 11 a.m. Couldn't check into my hotel early, so I went to Pink Gorilla Games and on King Street. Great store. I only got two things from there, and I'm gonna show everything that I got at the end of the video. That's mainly what we did on the first day. We got to the hotel, got the rental car, and from there we were smooth sailing. Day 2 is when we went out to Seattle itself and went to the Seattle Aquarium. We also went to Pike's Market and the gum wall and the Space Needle. So the first thing that I did out in Seattle was I went to the Seattle Aquarium. Honestly, I think that was probably the best thing out of Seattle besides like the Space Needle and stuff. But I think that was worth the money. That was the event that was worth the money. Every animal was out pretty much except for one. But it was fine. I didn't really care about it. It was like coral. So I got to see the otters, which are really cool. That's one of my favorite animals, so that's really cool. It's funny because I made a video and I sent to my friends, and they go, "Oh, Trenton went to Seattle, and the first thing he does is go to the zoo," which is funny. But honestly, out of all the things that I got to do, the aquarium was probably the best thing. Next was the Pike's Market. Everything was like closed when I went, so I only went to like a couple stores. I went to a magic shop, a poster store, and a comic book store, and I only got a comic book from the comic book store, which is fine. It was okay. I feel like at night is when it really booms, but I didn't want to go at night, so I went during the day where it was chill. I didn't want to really stress myself out on my vacation, so that's why I went during the day. Also, I got to see the gum wall by accident. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to see the gum wall. Disgusting. Let me tell you that. So it's not like a wall, it's like an alleyway, right? And you go up this ramp. On like that ramp killed me. It was so steep, and you had it was like climbing a mountain almost. You get to the gum wall, and it's gum on all the walls, the floor. It's disgusting. It's like there's some of it dripping down. Disgusting. I did put my gum up there. It's hidden somewhere. Maybe you can find it and get my DNA. Who knows? But very gross, but really cool though. I think it's part of the charm of Seattle. After that, I went to the Space Needle. Really cool. The view was awesome. It was also rainy, like drizzling that day, so it was less busy, which is cool. But the upper deck, the windows were like wet from the droplets, and so I couldn't really see out it with the video. But then I saw that there was a downstairs area where there was windows that were clear, and I was like, cool, there we go. And it's like a nice little bar. I had like these hamburgers, which were okay. They weren't the best, but it was nice being up there and seeing the whole city and the view. It was really cool. Definitely a recommended thing to go do if you go to Seattle. On the third day, we mainly went retro gaming hunting. Like I said, I started in Edmonds. I went to another castle in Linwood, then another castle in Edmonds, and then Game Gurus, and then I went to the zoo. The zoo was fun. It was empty as hell. The only people that were there were like moms with like newborns, and I think they were just there to get their steps in, because they were just like walking and going, look, Junior, there's the gorilla, and it's a baby, and the baby's like doesn't know what's going on, which I thought was funny. A lot of the animals were put up. I didn't see the jaguar, which was lame. A lot of them were also sleeping. The red panda was sleeping in a tree, and you could barely see it. The lions were out. The bears were out. The gorilla was cool. He was right there at the glass. That was pretty cool. What else? There were no elephants. The giraffes were in these like cages, and I think they were in these cages, and I think they were there just to have like examinations done on them for like medical stuff and everything. But they were out and looking at us. I think the animal that was the most fun that was out and walking around was the lynx. I got a cool video of him walking around, and that was cool. Maybe go to the zoo when it's like on the weekend, I guess, because I went during the week, where it was like midday and everybody's like at work or something. But it was fun going by yourself when there's nobody there, and it was really cool. And then after the zoo, we went to Pink Gorilla Games in the University District. That was probably the best store, hands down, out of all the Pink Gorillas. And I think that's the one they mainly focus on the most on. Most of the games I got came from there. And then after that, we went to Owl's Music Videos and Games. Got one game there. The people were kind of rude. I don't know if that's a trend that they have, but yeah. After that, we went back to the hotel, and we got back pretty late. That was our longest day. Every day we got back at like 4. This was the day we got back at like 7. So that was pretty cool. Day 3 was also a pretty easy day. We had to go to one more Pink Gorilla store, but before that we went to the Chihuly Glass Museum, which for the money, I mean, if you're into that, then it's worth it. But if you have no idea what any of this is, I mean, honestly, all the art was kind of repetitive. So cancel me, I don't care. It was cool though. Like, I mean, what you can do with glass, and I couldn't do it, but it was cool to see. And you know, for $39, I wouldn't say, oh yeah. But the place that really did piss me off was the Museum of Pop Culture. So it was $39 to get in, plus a $6 extra to see the seasonal exhibit on stop motion, and I got through that in like 40 minutes. That's me like looking at everything. The horror section was pretty cool. That's probably where I got the most videos from. And then they had like a fantasy room, which is all like Lord of the Rings and stuff, which I know nothing about. And then they had a sci-fi section, was also pretty cool. They had a lot of the weapons from like TV shows and movies, which I thought was pretty cool. But overall, I had a great time in Seattle. The people were nice. I went by myself just to have like a little trip, and mainly just to go game hunting, because a YouTuber that I follow, Metal Jesus Rocks, lives there, and every time I see his new videos, he has games galore. And Seattle is really big in the retro gaming community, so I was like, I want to go to Seattle to get some retro games. So let's see the games that I picked up in Seattle. Let's start with the Game Boy games that I got. So I got 3 Game Boy games. The first one that I got was Mario Baseball. Oh wait, it's gonna be chroma keyed out because the background. But Mario Baseball, played it a little bit, works just fine. Another thing I got was I think it's called Monster Town 2, but it's a Japanese game, and I can't understand a word it's saying, but maybe I can learn some Japanese by playing this game. And the last one I got, I have no idea what it is. It's some like RPG mech game for the Game Boy. It's also in Japanese. If anybody could tell me what these games are, that'd be awesome. I mean, they were on sale. I got all these games for $5 each, so that was kind of cool. I got these from Another Castle in Edmonds. That's where I got these guys. This is the only game I got from Owl's Videos, Music, and Games. Goofy's Hysterical History Tour. I love a good Disney game, and it's for the Genesis, which is what I collect for. And got to play this one a little bit. It's a side-scroller platformer. Kind of fun. It's Goofy, so who doesn't love Goofy? Picked this one up for like $10. So yeah. So let's get into the Pink Gorilla collection here. I picked all these right here that you see. are from Pink Gorilla. You can tell by the packaging, except for this game. So the main things I'm collecting for are Sega Genesis, but I was also looking for NES games because my NES collection's also kind of slimming down, and also Super Nintendo. I got a lot of Genesis games. So the first game that I got, Wonder Boy. Oh man, there we go. Wonder Boy in Monster Town, or Monster World, my bad. Got a good price on that, and can't wait to play it. The next game that I got is the game I actually been looking for forever. Zombies Ate My Neighbor. There we go. Zombies Ate My Neighbor. I actually got this under what it's going for, so that's really cool. This game I've been looking for since I got the Genesis. James Pond, which is a platformer. You play as like a fish, and he's like a spy. I've been looking for this forever. And then also, I picked up the sequel, James Pond 2, codename RoboCod. So, and it's complete in box. So NES games. I got this one because it just looked cool, and I've never heard of this game. Werewolf: The Last Warrior for the NES. Never heard this game. I got it. It's really clean too. Excited to play that. Also, when I went to the University District, Pink Gorilla, Kelsey was there. If you guys don't know who Kelsey is, she's really big on the Metal Jesus YouTube channel, and she was really nice. She's the one that cut these down for me, which is kind of funny. For the Super Nintendo, I picked up Chester Cheetah Too Cool to Fool. I just thought it was funny. It was a good price, and I was like, why not? So the next game I got, this was also in the... This was the this is Capitol Hills District. I got Knight Rider for the NES. Don't know anything about it. I got it because it's Knight Rider, and Knight Rider's cool. And then lastly, in the University District for the NES games, Battletoads. Got it for a great price. Very happy with that. Been looking for this one for a while too. So the next store I went to is called Game Gurus. I picked up 3 games from them. The first one being a Genesis game, X Mutants, which is like an X-Men platformer game. Very interested in this game. Didn't know anything about it, but it was actually recommended by some YouTubers, so I picked it up for a good price. And then for the original Xbox, I got Spider-Man 2, because who doesn't like Spider-Man 2? I had this one for the PS2, and I got it for the GameCube as well. So I'm trying to get a full collection of Spider-Man 2s. And then lastly, for the GameCube, I got Star Wars Bounty Hunter, which I've heard mixed things about this one, so I'm gonna check it out. Good price on it. The last Genesis game that I got this at the another castle in Linwood. I'm trying to okay, quick backstory before I show you this game. I'm trying to collect every Disney game that was released on the Genesis, complete in box. So far, I have Lion King, Aladdin, and one other one I can't remember. But I went ahead and picked up Beauty and the Beast, Roar of the Beast, complete in box. Got it for a great price, and we're one step closer to getting there. I'm still looking for Castle of Illusion, the Little Mermaid game, and I think it's Jungle Book. That's the one I have. But I went ahead and just picked this one up. It was so embarrassing having to pick this guy up. It was in a case, and I was like, can I look at Beauty and the Beast, Roar of the Beast? And he's like, which game? And so I was like, this one right here. And so I got it for a good price. It started off as $25, but I got it 15. So big win. I saved $10 with them. Yeah. And then on Pike Street, there was a comic book store that I had to go check out. And I got me I'm a huge Turtles fan. So I got me the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles color classic. So this is the classic black and white comics that were released back in the day, but they colored them. And so very cool. I'm trying to read more comics lately. I read Last Ronin. Fantastic. decided to check out the classics. And that's it. That's all I got from my trip in Seattle. I hope you guys found that interesting. Would I go back? Maybe in the future, far future. I've never been more stressed in my life driving through the city of Seattle, because I rented a car and oh my gosh, the streets are so narrow. I was a nervous wreck the entire time going through those streets, but I had a blast. I paid so much money to go there, but it was worth it because it was a nice week away, and I had a great time doing it. And let me know where I should go next. I need to know where other retro cities are here in Texas. It's empty. It's nothing here. But yeah. Oh yeah. I also picked up. If you guys know NBA, I'm a huge fan of NBA Jam for the arcade. And the team I always play as is the Seattle Supersonics, which doesn't exist anymore because they went to Oklahoma City and they suck now. I picked me up a Seattle Supersonics shirt. Boom. It's the go-to team I pick for NBA Jam. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This was kind of a chill video, and I just wanted to show you guys what I got in my trip that I went to in Seattle. So consider subscribing. I'm out. Peace.